Hi everybody, welcome to DAYZ, welcome to my little base on Livonia, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a fence and then how to turn that fence into a gate. So this is my humble abode on Livonia, and as you can see we've got a bit of a problem at the back. Zombies could come in here. Now I have to thank Moxie for doing most of this work on this base, and in fact he had plugged this hole, but I've kind of I've opened it up again for the purposes of this video. And Moxie also has given me lots of tutorials, lots of advice about building stuff, and that's basically where I've learned everything. So, if we want to build a fence, we need quite a lot of stuff. The tools you're going to need are, if you want to then turn that fence into a gate or part of it into a gate, you're going to need some pliers. We're going to need loads of planks. We're going to need a couple of long logs. We're going to need a hatchet or a hammer. We're going to need a spade. You're probably going to need an axe to cut some wood down. You're going to need lots of nails, so I've got about 36 nails here. We're going to need some rope. We're going to need some short sticks. And did I mention pliers? Yeah, I mentioned pliers. So it's quite an involved process. Now what I'm going to do is, in the link in the description box down below the video, I'm going to link to the page on the DAYZ Wikipedia or Gamerpedia site that kind of gives you the recipe for making this stuff. And you probably see that in my backpack already I've got 19 planks. So I've got enough planks to make this thing, because I think you need 18 to make a fence. So what we're going to do first though, as you can see, we haven't got a fence kit and we haven't got any big logs. So first things first, we're going to make a fence kit. Now a fence kit we can make out of 2 short sticks and some rope. And the fence kit is the laying out device that you use. All will become apparent when we do it. So let's see if we can get some short sticks out of this handy bush. Right, so we've got 2 short sticks, so that's good. So what we do now is, if we hold the short sticks in our hand and we combine them with our rope, we get the option to craft a fence kit. So we hold R2, and the fence kit we can use again and again and again. So we've got that. So we pick up the fence kit, and then, in fact, we want to put it in our hands. Now, this is where we want the fence to go. The thing to remember is that your gate, if you want to turn it into your fence, if you want to turn it into a gate, it will always open away from you. So if I want it to open this way, I put the fence down this way and I work on the fence from this side. If I wanted it to open towards the tents, I would put it in this way. Now I want to put it this way, so let's put it in. Let's say we put it in about there. So then we hold, and it's a bit like a builder's line. Right, so that's in place now. So if we then look in here, if we look on the right and left hand side, you see we've now got base. So there's a little space for the base, so it's waiting for us to put a base in. So we now need to go and get a couple of big logs. Handily enough, just outside my base, there is, if we get out the door, some rather big trees. Oh, and some zombies as well. So. Ooh. I've less of that, thank you very much. It's a tree that I cut down earlier. Right, here we go. So you want a nice big tree. Make sure as well you've got plenty of either duct tape or a sharpening stone to fix your tools when you're doing this. Okay, we just got some firewood out of that one. We don't want firewood, we want a big log. Okay, we've just got big logs. How about that one? How about this one? Could be these trees are a little bit too small. We need to go look at some bigger trees. Right, yeah, let's go and find... Those trees look bigger. Let's go and cut down some bigger trees. This looks like a nice big tree. Right. Right, there's... Is that firewood or is that a log? That, my friends, is wooden log. Right, so let's take this back to the base. Base building is a little bit... I say a little bit. It can seem a little bit monotonous, but it is very addictive once you start doing it, because you're like, oh, right, I've made that. Oh, right, I just need some more nails, and then I can do this, and I can do that. So we come over to our fence kit, and now we put the log, pressing, I mean, this is X on the PlayStation, and it would be A on the Xbox, and then we press left, we can move it into the base like so. So we've now put one in, and then we need to go and get another log. In fact, this is another big tree. What state is it in? Still good. Always keep an eye on your axe. You don't want it to become ruined. Right, excellent. So we've got another wooden log. And we can put that into our fence. And then, if we equip our spade, we now have the option to build the base. So there is... See, sometimes what happens in building, you don't always get it quite right. So the question would be, could a zombie squeeze through that space? Could be we'd need to... See, what we could do is we could put another base down and put another one in the way there, or we could take it down and put that there, but we'll carry on going. Now, as you can see, the fence kit has appeared, so we will pick this up. And we will go and we will put it somewhere safe for use for next time. Where's it gone? There it is. Brilliant. So now, obviously nails you find around the environment. Now we need to get some logs. Now I've already got a load of logs, but you get logs by cutting a big tree down, so you get a big log. Not the firewood, but the ordinary log. And then sawing it up with your saw or your hacksaw. So let's chop this tree. Right, so see we got the big log there. So now, if we were to then get our saw out, like this, we then can craft a wooden plank. What else can we craft actually? A saw a wooden log. We want a plank, so there we go. Bit of a funny saw animation, but there we go. And now we've got our wooden planks. Now I happen to have lots of planks already, but let's imagine you've gone now. As I said before, you're gonna need to make a fence approximately 18 planks, and you're going to need 36 nails. So if you've got a box of nails, you've got enough nails. So we wander over back here. And making fences and gates in DayZ and watchtowers and that sort of stuff. Basically, what you do is you come over here, and then if we go into our inventory screen, you'll see here it says fence, and then down so there's the base. See, it's got the 2 logs in it, and then we've got we can put like camo netting on it. We could put barbed wire on it on the inside or the outside, and then we've got materials. So this is where we can put the stuff, and quite simply, all you've got to do is dump all your stuff into this inventory, if you like, the fences inventory. So I can take all my nails, slide them across and dump them in there, and then I can take all my these 19 planks and just dump them in there, and that basically is ready to go. If I simply equip my hatchet now, just take a look at it, make sure it's okay. You'll see what has appeared. It says build lower frame, R2 hold. So all I do is I press and hold that. Ooh. And then, stop. Now we don't want to dismount it. Then it says build lower wooden wall, which is pretty cool. So what it's going to do now is it's going to fill in the gaps. And then my next option is build upper frame, or I could build a platform. If we go over here, see here we've got these platforms. Now you can add stairs to these platforms, so you can actually get on them and use them as a viewing platform. It's very good in sort of PvP areas. We won't see over the top, but we want to carry on building. So make sure it doesn't say dismantle. You always want to be viewing it. So now it says build. So R2 for the next part, build upper frame, R2 hold. So that's built that bit. So now we want to build upper wooden wall. So the bit that takes a long time, in fact, when you're building stuff like this, is cutting down the logs and making the planks. So there we go. So there is our fence. Okay, you could probably say there's quite a big gap there. So I think a zombie could get through that. So really, we should have moved it forward a little bit before we carried on. Now, if we want to make it into a fence, what we do is we take our wire and we put that into the inventory down there into the fence. So the fence now got a wire, but we need to equip our pliers. Then our pliers will then give us an option to, if we get to the right place, so it says build gate, R2 hold. So now we do this. So it's going to use the pliers on the wire to make a hinge. Whoa, look at that. And now we've now got, now I'm not sure whether this is going to open properly or not because of the way that I've built it, but let's see if it opens. Oh, it is. Right, brilliant. So there we have now got, obviously in this case, can I get through? No, I can't get through, but a zombie might be able to. Now I could leave this as a fence, actually. Leave this as a gate. Normally something like this, it would just be a fence, wouldn't it? So there we go, and so that's a gate. Now if you want to lock the fence, what you do is you would go outside and you would equip your combination lock like so, and we would then see it says R2 attached. Now if you look in the bottom left hand corner though, it says dial number. At this point you can change the numbers on the lock to whatever you want it to be. So in my case the combination is 1319, and I could dial I put it what it is, go in the middle, press attach, and that will then become a locked fence. No worries. Now I don't particularly want this to be a fence because I don't want it to be an open gate, because I want to be able to my gate's on the other side. That's my gate over there, and that's where I put my lock on. So there we go. That, my friends, is how you make a fence and then how you turn it into a gate if you want to, or you can put a load of row and make a fence, kind of like that. Hopefully that's useful. I'll put the relevant links in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.